One, to say scumbags instead of skangers. Number two, that bangers and mash are not a marker of cultural identity, at least not as much as we the free like to think of things that are not us, we who have only the local cliches of a country too young to have its own history. Number three, that there is such a thing as Catholic guilt, and that it is genuinely built into the religion of the receiver of forgiveness for sins, and absolution wins, even for the non-believer. Number four, that for some people, when they hear America or read our name in the paper over their morning cup of tea, that the face that they will see is mine. Number five, that might not actually be such a bad thing, to do what I never thought a white girl could and bring diversity to this rather sheltered hood, which brings me to number six, that the spirit of the 60s is not quite dead, that my generation can and will rise in the face of adversity or in the face of rising university fees, or more importantly, in the face of administrative misdeeds on the part of a system that is failing, because honey, I didn't come to Ireland because it is a Catholic country. I came despite that fact. And despite the acts of the Constitution a little out of date in a world where democracy comes from the separation of church and state, and honey, where I come from, we don't meet to discuss policy over tea with the bishop and the tea shuck. Number seven, that Trinners is not necessarily for winners, that pretension runs rampant, and before you know it, you're the intellectual sycophant, a brown noser with a pocket protector and elbow patches next to your nicotine patches. You've been standing in front of House 6 with a cigarette in your hand and one in your pocket for 30 minutes now, and your last class was half an hour ago, and you meant to go, but you can't show your face in front of the art students, Team England, there in their corner, and the Americans out on the border, and you little hipster shit with tea on your collared shirt, and you can't even manage to work in the library because everyone's there staring at Tumblr and twittering like idiots, sometimes Trinity's for shits. Number eight, that casual racism sometimes doesn't stem from hate, but genuine ignorance. The insular tendencies of a tiny state from which the best and brightest tend to emigrate, leaving the uneducated to tend to their own damn fate. Number nine, that we don't actually drink all the time, just on weekends or with good friends, or when it looks like it's going to be fun, or there's something else that really needs to be done. So generally, we do drink all the time. Number 10, that when everything's falling apart and your preteen sister's got another little broken heart, or you've just gotten into college, or you spilled your fucking porridge again, or it's time to go the fuck to bed because your hangover's wrecked your fucking head. Sorry. Number 10, if there's anything I've learned in Ireland, it's when a bitch needs a cup of tea.